First at 10, concerns continuing in Ottawa County when it comes to health cuts there. The health department says it's being left out of budget discussions for the upcoming fiscal year.
Fox 15's Matt Witkos has been following the story and is live in the control room after speaking with the health officer as they work to plan for some changes. Matt?
Yeah, Health Officer Adeline Hambley says she's hearing more money might be coming. Hambley says, however, County Administrator John Gibbs isn't communicating with her, and she fears closure still looms over them.
I would dare say that a bulk of our programs are not going to meet the minimum serviceable levels as required in statute.
Ottawa County is nearly a month away from the start of the 2024 fiscal year.
I know Fiscal Services has been trying to figure out how to make that budget balance and meet the law.
And Ottawa County Health Officer Adeline Hambley says she's out of making a new budget. She says County Administrator John Gibbs has directed Fiscal Service to come up with a new budget. Hambley explains there's a discussion to use $1.3 million from its health fund's contingency account to supplement needs.
I have not been involved in any of the conversations about public health programming and potential cuts. I've reached out numerous times to ask to be at the table or to say this is complex. We should meet and discuss with fiscal. I have not received anything.
Her office initially asked for $6.4 million in general fund dollars. At a recent county meeting, Chairperson Joe Moss asked for it to be cut down to $2.5 million and cut out all COVID-19 grants, a total reduction of more than 80%. And while Hambley says this new change of using contingency account money would get them in the ballpark of $3.8 million in general fund contributions, it still will not allow the department to provide adequate services.
If they're proposing a cut in every single line item for public health, you would be looking at significant time increases or turning away of people for programs, or you look at significant time increases for inspections or permit issuance or things like that.
While the health officer says this potentially meets the minimum state funding requirements for essential services, she adds this is based on a formula set by the state back in 1993.
You have to match the minimum funding amount and you have to match the minimum serviceable amount. And so without both of those together, you put at risk the funding from the state to provide those services.
Hambley says she and the health department lost all access to the government's social media pages earlier this week. This change comes after expressing concerns on an 80% reduction in general funds could lead them to close within weeks. County officials Gibbs and Moss sharing on the health department's social media and mailing list. Hambley's comments were, quote, patently false, bad faith, and disingenuous fear-mongering tactics.
I think it's 100% within my statutory duty to inform of risk to public health and safety in our community.
Hambley says she's reached out multiple times to be part of the conversation. She had this to say to Gibbs and Moss.
Public health should not be political. That we should be working for the best interest of everyone, and everyone is entitled to have a safe environment and a safe community and safe or seek care.
We did reach out to Gibbs and Moss on this story. We have not heard back. Hambley says they still don't have access to their social media accounts. We have attached her press release in full in this article on fox17online.com. The 2024 fiscal year budget is set to start October 1st. A public hearing on the budget is scheduled for September 12th in the control room. I'm Matt Witkos, Fox 17 News.